Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we're going to get this car running again. So, we just got to button up a few things. So, putting hose clamps on, putting O2 sensors in, and filling up fluids. And we should be right to get this started. I'll be starting it tonight. I'll just be doing all that stuff tonight. And then tomorrow, throughout the day, being Monday, public holiday, we'll get it started. Also, I will try to get the catch cans done. So still a little bit of grinding back and painting to do for them. Got a few days to work on this episode, so we'll get this running and we'll get it out so I can clean up the garage too, because this is starting to annoy me. Alright, I may have told you guys, but I got another PCV valve, so we need to swap that in. So I need to get this piping off because it's down there. We'll just change that out. I guys got the PCV out. I've cleaned that up. New one. And heaps better. Let's get that one in. Alright, so PCV is on. Hose is on. I need to find some hose clamps now. So we need a 2.5 there. 2.5, 2.5, 2 inch. And on the intercooler we'll need 3-inch ones, and that should be it for hose clamps. Alright, found a couple of 3-inch ones that I used to have on the intake to the filter, so we'll nab them for intercooler. I don't need to take off the bumper, I can go underneath, pretty accessible. Alright, got all the hose clamps on there, and yes, there is a mix of everything. It works for now, hopefully. And like I said before, once I get a better welder, I'll be making intercooler piping and be a lot better. A lot less silicone joints. Yeah. Just got to check the mid pipe is mounted to the diff back, and if that's all tight, we can actually put this car back onto the ground for the first time in 6 months, I think. It's been a while since I've driven it. Once I put it down, I can reach things a lot better too. Wow, we got a wheel on. Haven't had 4 wheels on this for 6 months. Alright guys, it's time to actually get this back onto the ground. I can't remember how low it actually sits. Wow, that is a lot lower. I forgot how low it was. Still got a good gap there though. Yeah. Nice. Alright, this is going to be a lot easier to work on now. Right, so let's get the O2 sensor back in for the AEM gauge. Alright, got that back in and it's sitting a lot better now. So when I was doing the hose clamps, I loosened that one off and twisted it, so it brought it down a bit. Got a decent gap there now. Theoretically, these should be moving together because they're both mounted to the engine. Anywho, yeah, I'll check the fluids. So the power steering hasn't gone down yet, so we'll check the fluids and then we'll get on with the catch cans, get them painted, get that in. That'll be this episode. That means we should have a startup. Alright guys, got the bumper on, or zip tied on, how I normally do it. So I've checked the oil, that's okay. I've put water in the reservoir here, and that was full, so that'll probably go down throughout the night. So pretty much, I think we're ready to start it in the morning, hopefully. Alright guys, it's the next day, and we're going to keep going on with the catch can, and hopefully get it painted within the next 15 minutes or so. Mackenzie mentioned that I need to rotate, or turn left and right on the steering, let the fluid go down, which it has gone down a bit, so I'll top that up a bit later and do it again, just so we don't start up with a dry power steering pump. Getting at this with the flap disc and give it a paint. Alright guys, got it to the best I can. I'm going to wipe it down with some prep wash, tape up the fittings, and start spraying it. Alright, all taped up, except for this one. I'm not going to tape that up, I've already got it plugged. I'm not painting the underside of it, it's just going to make the job a lot easier. So, still a little dust coat on it. We'll come back in 5 minutes or so. Still quite warm from grinding it down. It's not perfect, but it's probably the best I'm going to get with what I've got. So hopefully the wrinkle paint will hide that. I'll just center this a bit better in the box. Always wear protection. Just a dust coat. Right. While I'm waiting for that to dry, I just topped up the power steering. So we'll turn it left to right again a couple of times. Then we'll go for a heavy coat. See the grinding marks. Looks a lot better than the big bulky wells like what I've got there. So just before I did that coat, I turned the steering right, then full left and back to center, and it went down a little bit again on the reservoir. So I'll top that up again when I come back, do another coat. Also I've put the laptop on charge for when we start it. I'm going to be spraying the final coat, and then I'll be hitting it with the heat gun over here. So let's get my mask on and we'll do it. So we're going up and down this time. I've gone that way, I've gone diagonal. Alright guys, I think that's the best I'm going to get at. I'll let it dry properly, go have some lunch and come back and install it later. It's dried to the touch. Taken the tape off these three, I've left them on the top. Take them off once I get them in. Fingers crossed I don't scratch this up getting it in. Alright, got it in there. I did obviously scrape on this. There's probably a big line up there, but you can't really see it. Gotta get all these fittings back on. I did end up moving the flex seal out of the way. There we go, back in. Looks heaps better. Heaps better. Alright, well, I guess it's time to start it up. Alright, battery charger is on. Let's get ready to fill up the power steering. Hopefully it doesn't bubble out. Alright, look for leaks and yeah. Still got some things I need to do. Let's try it. It should be drivable. Oil leak up here. Must have tightened it. There's a bit of a leak from the 50mm external gate as well. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, I can feel some air chuffing out of that. Yeah, so I could see something dripping. I don't know what it was. Is that oil? Thought it might have been water, or even from the drain, but from the oil feed. This line just exploded. This one here. Guess it's not a cooler line. Great. Bit smoky. Right, I'm back. Everything's cooled down. So we need to replace this hose. Nice big split in that. We'll get that fixed. So hopefully I can get that done for tomorrow and try again. There's a lot of smoking going on. A lot of paint heating up and burning off and whatnot. So it's a bit stinky. It did get a bit smoky out the back too. I walked around the back because my son said, oh, it's a bit smoky. Walked around the back, and then that's when the hose blew. It went everywhere. Went over the new paintwork. So wipe that off. Alright guys, I'm actually going to finish this episode here. I did pick up some more coolant line so we can fix that leak. And I've got a couple of other things to do, which will be next episode. So hopefully we'll get this outside and we can give it a good wash, clean out the garage next episode, start to look into the tuning. Also in the next week or so we'll be finishing off the gauge pod that I've half made. Yeah, if you enjoyed the content, keep watching up here, really appreciate it, and I'll catch you next episode. Bye.